where the mountains of morn sweep down to the sea. One of the ballad lines that all the world knows and loves. And here are those very morn mountains with the famous peak, Slieve Donard, named after one of the disciples of St. Patrick himself. A majestic granite range almost lapped by the waves of the Irish Sea. Ulster is a land of mountains and many waters, and there a loch, spelt L-O-U-G-H, may be a sea inlet like Loch Foyle, or an inland lake, or an almost entirely land-girt stretch of water such as Strangford. Those who live here are proud to speak of the self-governing province of Northern Ireland as Ulster. By that is understood the 6 counties Down, Armagh, Fermanagh, Tyrone, Londonderry, and this seaboard county of Antrim, only 35 miles from the coast of Scotland. The 9 glens of Antrim, wooded places with names that sing like the verse of the poets, green and lush and well watered as any land in the world. Here at Glenariff, the great waterfall has the poetical name Tears of the Mountain. Always water in this countryside, and the magic of names which belong to the history of song and legend. Names such as Esna Larach, which is the fall of the mares, and Esna Crud, meaning the fall of the hoof. Names mysterious and legendary, their origins long forgotten. You look at the mountains, but you have seen other mountains. You look at a city, but you have seen other cities. You look at the Giant's Causeway, and you know that you've seen nothing like it in the world. Some say these unique stone formations were the work of Finn McCool, the famous Irish giant. Nobody seems to know if he built them to get across to Scotland, or to escape from Scotland to Ireland. Londonderry on the River Foyle. The famous walls of Londonderry, still intact and forming a circuit of almost a mile round the old city. A city founded by St. Column, formerly called Derry. The London part of the name originates from the 17th century when the city of London began its close and lasting association with Londonderry. The city of London is recalled in Londonderry's Guildhall and in the famous Apprentices' Hall. Belfast, on the east coast, is the seat of government of Northern Ireland and one of the foremost industrial cities in the British Isles. A city which is proud of its own House of Commons and Senate and its civic buildings. Belfast also spins, weaves, and distributes the world's finest and most renowned linen. The linen industry produces goods to the value of £36 million sterling in a single year, exporting all over the world. But there are still many individual customers who like to come and see for themselves. And what better place to buy? A soil which grows roses to perfection. You cannot talk of millions of pounds sterling when you talk of roses, but the Ulster roses are such that they are exported to every clime where people care for gardens. A good soil. No countryside can live by roses alone, however fair the flower may be. There is a great acreage of sound agricultural land in the 6 counties of Ulster. Though Northern Ireland may be renowned for such industries as shipbuilding, linen and tobacco, there is still flourishing the greatest and oldest industry of all, the production of food. It has been here for a long time. It is older even than the massive rounded gateposts of Ulster, or the ancient towers of defence for long forgotten wars. The Owl Lammas Fair at Ballycastle, County Antrim, one of the traditional fairs to which the whole world is welcome, whether you're there to hit the coconut or for the more serious business of buying Ulster sheep or cattle. Whether you come to buy or just to look, here in the street markets of Ballycastle, you can share a little of the country life of Ireland. An open-air life in which sports abound. There are no better places in Europe for the sailor, here at Strangford Lough or anywhere else in the 6 counties, for there is not one of them that has not access to a lough or a sea. July to September is one long regatta season in Ulster. The sea itself touches 3 of the 6 counties, and at the White Rocks, Portrush, there is sand which is an invitation to swimmers and runners alike. Portrush, a few hours from Belfast, is famous for its championship golf. But there are other courses of equal fame, such as Newcastle and Portstewart. There is, in fact, a choice of 60 golf links, and none more green than these. Then there is the Ulster Grand Prix, one of the most exciting and exacting motorcycle contests in the world, to which riders and spectators come from all over the world. If the Ulster Grand Prix and the Northwest 200 offer a typical thrill of the age in which we live, the ancient places of Ulster offer a lasting memory of the past. There is the countryside of St. Patrick, and these counties are rich in the historical associations of early Christianity. The Celtic cross at Tynan, for instance, in the county of Armagh. But most significant of all are the memories of Patrick, patron saint of Ireland, and here in Ulster he lies buried, at Downpatrick in the county of Down. At rest beneath the simplest of stones. And here, they say, is the spot where he first preached Christianity in Ireland, the restored church of Saul, that word meaning a barn. For it was in a barn placed at his disposal by a local chieftain that St. Patrick first preached the word of God. And for many, this is a significant and a beautiful place of pilgrimage. Not far away, on the other side of the Coil River, is Inshabby, named after a former king of Ulster and formerly the home of a Cistercian community. To Enniskillen now in the west, the charming and romantic island town on Lough Erne, the town which in the Stuart days laid the foundations of regiments which have since become famous in the British Army as the Enniskillen Dragoons and Fusiliers. Something from the more peaceful past. Castle Cool, one of the stately homes of Ireland. Castle Ward, one of the finest Georgian mansions of Ireland, now in the hands of the National Trust and open to visitors, looking out over the Ards Peninsula. And from here you can see the Isle of Man on a clear day. Where the mountains of Mourne sweep down to the sea. There is magic in the line, just as there is magic in these mountains and the sea. And what is magic? In this case, something to do with the atmosphere, something to do with the light, and a lot to do with St. Patrick's Ulster.